Hello, ACEs, and welcome to the University of Evansville community. I'm Jillian Nonnenberg, your Director of Religious Life. Now, you may be wondering why a pastor of all people is talking to you right before your convocation. Well, as a United Methodist affiliated institution, the University of Evansville believes that a college education should help you to grow as a whole person. Of course, that includes your intellectual self, but also your emotional self, your physical self, and your spiritual self. And here at UE, when we say spiritual, we mean that deeply human part of each and every one of us that seeks to make meaning out of life and our world. You should never leave your brain at the church door, and you should never leave your heart or your spirit at the classroom door. I'm going to send you now to our John Wesley Gallery here in New Chapel to have a few words from Dr. Wayne Perkins, Professor Emeritus of Religion, so that you can learn just a bit about UE's spiritual and religious heritage.
When I came to the University of Evansville in 1966, as Director of Religious Life and Chairman of the Department of Philosophy and Religion, the President directed me to make New Chapel the center for all religious activity on the campus. He made it clear that Evansville College came into existence in 1854 because the Methodist Church saw the great need in southern Indiana for a college to educate students, especially in nursing, engineering, business, education, and religious vocations. And these students needed to be helped to become whole persons, morally and spiritually.
I hope to see you on campus safely very soon, either at the Center for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, or here in New Chapel, our multi-faith space, where we welcome people of all religions, no religion at all, and people who just have a lot of questions. The Office of Religious Life is here for you on your college journey. Know that you will never be alone when you are at the University of Evansville. And now, please stay tuned. Our convocation ceremony will start at 9 o'clock.
Good morning. I'm Chris Petroskevich, the president of the University of Evansville, and welcome to the 2020 Academic Convocation, the formal ceremony that begins your academic career at the University of Evansville and inaugurates the start with you at the University of Evansville. Now our Director of Religious Life, Reverend Jill-Ann Nonnenberg, will offer today's invocation.
Will you please join me in a moment of prayer? God of all truth, you have called each student here to the sacred labor of learning. We thank you for the passions that you have stoked in them, for the curiosity that will drive them, for the diligence that will empower them. Yet particularly in this bizarre and uncertain time, anxieties abound. Will I fit in? Will I be safe? Will I succeed? Will this place feel like home? Grant peace in their hearts and the joy to celebrate this special day. Help all of us to practice gratitude for the ones who brought us here. We did not reach this point solely by our own talents or resources. For those who mentored us, for those who inspired us, for those whose time and money paid the bills, we give thanks. May our endeavors honor their sacrifices. Most of all, O Holy Creator, knit these students, faculty, and administrators together in community. Through our combined efforts, May we turn our knowledge into action for the sake of the common good. Let study, research, rehearsal, practice, and service be the foundation on which we build a better world. Amen. We will now play the University of Evansville alma mater, Hymn to Evansville, which can be found on page 1 of your program. From now on, this will be your university alma mater.
School of our fathers, born of old, our alma mater we revere. We give thee loyalty untold. We love thee more and more each year. And when sweet memories of thee return, of lessons learned, of friendships made, thy spirit in our hearts doth burn. We face the future unafraid.
Good morning, everyone. It sure is a treat to see your smiling faces out there. Even though we may not be able to see the smile in your mouth, we can see the smile in your eyes behind that mask. I'm Linda White. I'm the chair of the University of Evansville Board of Trustees, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this great university that you have selected, the University of Evansville, right here in Evansville, Indiana. Boy, what a unique time you have selected to come to college, and we are thrilled that you have selected the university. I want you to think about this. For future generations, tell them you have survived the Ebola crisis, the swine flu, and the coronavirus when they tell you they're too sick to go to school. Boy, do you have a story to tell, and what a great story it is. On behalf of the board, we're very pleased to welcome you today and for the next several years as we go to school together. The board wants you to do 3 things, and they're very simple. One is bring lots of energy. Bring lots of energy and the willingness to learn, because you have a faculty and a staff here that are going to support you from day one, and you'll find that out in your first hour or 2 that you're here. Number 2, bring an attitude. Bring a very positive attitude. An attitude where you want to learn, you want to soak it all up, and you want to have as much fun as possible. Number 3, build relationships. College is an experience. This university will offer you an experience of a lifetime. And 4 years from now, maybe it'll be 5, you'll look around and say, wow, I'm a changed individual, and the University of Evansville made it happen. On behalf of the board, welcome, wear that smile, bring lots of energy, bring a positive attitude, and build relationships. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda, and it's delightful to have you with us. One of the 3 things that you suggested from the board was attitude. I'm glad you explained a little bit more what attitude was that you were looking for. It's the positive attitude to bring us forward as a university. On behalf of the rest of the University of Evansville, good morning, and it's a great pleasure to welcome our class of 2020 to the University of Evansville. As all of you know, this year is going to look a little different than what you may have envisioned for your first day of college. If we were beginning another academic year like we have for the last 166 years in the history of the University of Evansville, we would all be gathered this morning in the Meeks Family Fieldhouse for convocation. You would have been seated in the audience with your fellow students, and we would have just been standing together to sing the hymn to Evansville. But this is not a normal beginning to the academic year. We all know the challenges and changes of COVID-19 has been presented to the entire world, and the University of Evansville is no different. While we have made and adjusted plans on an ongoing basis throughout the year, there are some things that remain unchanged, including the transformative and empowering experience that you will enjoy as a student here. One of the first things we want you to experience at UE is the sense of belonging. I sincerely hope that you felt this as you moved into our campus last week. Whether you are interacting with our professors, upper class students, or any of our staff, we want you to feel welcome on the UE campus. As you settle in and navigate through your classes, you will find that this community is extremely friendly and eager to help you however possible. Beginning today, be sure to seize upon the opportunities that are waiting for you. Be active in student life and student organizations, participate in the classroom, and gain all the knowledge you can. Get involved in your local community, our local community, through outreach projects during your college career, and take advantage of the opportunity to study abroad at Harlaxton or any other country overseas. At UE, we take the time to know you by name and learn about your background and your interests. By getting involved in building relationships with other community members, you'll create a rich and fulfilling college experience that will transform your life. And if you've not already figured it out, we take the color purple very seriously on campus. Speaking from personal experience during my time here, you will collect an abundance of purple shirts, purple jackets, purple hats, purple socks, and you will likely see some purple hair. You'll always see me in purple, sometimes even a purple sports coat that my children thankfully say is not quite as vibrant as the UE purple. Lots of purple ties, and even on occasions like convocation and commencement, purple academic regalia. Every Friday is Purple Friday, and we always celebrate Fridays wearing purple. So please wear purple on Friday. In fact, our Purple Patrol will be out on Fridays handing out goodies to those wearing purple. Today marks the beginning of an exciting adventure and a new chapter in your lives. And throughout your time here, you will share this experience with your UE family, even if it begins 6 feet apart. This stage of life will provide personal achievements, new friendships, challenges, goals, and a lifetime of memories. Remember that your UE family will be here to celebrate with you during good times and to support you through the difficult ones. Together, you will experience new traditions, you will learn together, you will study together from a safe social distance at the beginning, and perhaps even virtually sometimes. But soon we hope to see the classrooms transformed with energetic discussion. Whether in our university library, Ridgeway University Center, or one of the residence halls, you and your classmates will prepare for midterms, final exams, and everything in between. You will cheer together for the Purple Aces, you will join clubs and organizations together, you will pray together in the chapel, you will create change on our campus and in our local community. And through every experience, you will form lifelong bonds of friendship that extend beyond this campus. Because we are celebrating this morning from separate locations, I can't ask them to stand for you or stand before you. But I'd still like to recognize our UE family members that are here to welcome you to campus. Some of the first people you met on campus are our orientation leaders and resident assistants. These leaders make up the official, maybe perhaps the unofficial, University Welcoming Committee. Next is our faculty, who would have been seated right in front of you, wearing academic regalia and signifying that they will help you embrace the power of knowledge. And last but not least, our staff and administrators who have recruited you, emailed you, sometimes a lot, and serve as the backbone of our university. Together, our OLs, RAs, faculty, and staff are here for one thing: your success. When you think any of us can help, you're correct. Just ask one of us. To the entering class of 2020, welcome to the University of Evansville. At the University of Evansville, our mission is to empower each student, each one of you, to think critically, act bravely, serve responsibly, and live meaningfully in a changing world. Those 18 words have so much meaning, and they refer to you. To empower each one of you is our responsibility as a university. As a student, it is your responsibility to live those 18 words, and if you do, you will begin to change the world. As the University of Evansville student, it is your responsibility to make the most of your experience here. You stand on the shoulders of those who have come before you for 166 years. Going forward into this next chapter of your life, I challenge you to live out those words and create a better tomorrow for future generations of UE students who will follow in your footsteps. It is a unique situation we are currently facing. The coming months will require adaptability, focus, and dedication just like the last 6 months have. I know that each of you are capable of great things, and together we will reach the end of this academic year stronger and more resilient than we ever thought we could be. You will leave a lasting impact both while you are here as a student and sooner than you may believe as an alumni of the university, forever connected to your UE family. So on behalf of the University of Evansville, we welcome you to the University of Evansville and our UE family. The university also has an opportunity to recognize many of our faculty members through a Purple Tam ceremony, which marks an important day in the life of our university and is also a significant moment as part of academic convocation. Purple Tams are special because they are awarded to faculty members who have achieved the rank of full professor as recognition for their service to our institution. The awarding of a Purple Tam is symbolic as our gratitude to these professors and their contributions to the University of Evansville. The TAMs provide a visible sign of achievement and are seen at every official academic event throughout the year. These professors hold the highest degrees in their discipline and are awarded this distinction not simply because of the length of service, but because of the depth of that service to students, to their disciplines, to their colleagues, and to the schools and colleges in which they teach. We do not award this distinction lightly. It comes with the significance of the highest level of personal and professional commitment to the work of higher education as part of the university. In many ways, these university members signify the lifeblood of the university, representing the highest levels of scholarship in their respective fields, excellence in their classroom, and the countless intangible ways in which their service has shaped the character of this campus. In recognizing these members of our faculty, we connect our daily work of providing life-transforming educational experiences with the work of our founders. The many men and women who have taught within these halls, within these walls, and the honor of this commitment to the particular scholars have made to the mission of our university. The purple velvet tams are the visible sign at all academic gatherings of the esteemed place these persons hold in the life of our university. As president of the University of Evansville, it is my distinct honor to award Purple Tams to those that have achieved the rank of full professor. As a member of the faculty, your first duty is academic excellence. You join the many University of Evansville faculty members who have already received this honor based on the depth of their service to our institution. The first recipient is Paul Bone, Department of Creative Writing. Professor Bone received a Bachelor of Arts from Southern Illinois University at Carbondale and a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing from the University of Arkansas. Beverly Brockman of the Schrader Family School of Business Administration received her PhD at the University of Alabama. Prior to joining the University of Evansville, she served as the George Lester Nation Centennial Professor of Entrepreneurship and Head of Marketing and Entrepreneurship Department at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. She serves as Dean of the Schrader Family School of Administration. Mark Serino, Department of English, received his PhD at the Graduate Center of the City University of New York. He also serves as the general editor for the Kent State University Press's Reading Hemingway series. John Layer of the Department of Mechanical and Civil Engineering holds a PhD in Industrial Engineering from the University of Louisville, a Master of Business Administration from Arizona State University, and a Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering from the University of Evansville. Adam Salminen of the Department of Mathematics. Dr. Salminen received his Bachelor of Science from Michigan State University and his Master of Science and PhD from The Ohio State University. Valerie Stein of the Department of Philosophy and Religion. Dr. Stein earned her THD in Hebrew Bible, Old Testament from Harvard University. She also serves as the chair of the Department of Philosophy and Religion. Danielle Williams of the University Library has served as the Acquisitions Library at the University of Evansville since 2015, where she has mastered several iterations of library protocols and has pioneered different kinds of acquisition models. Let us express our gratitude virtually to these outstanding members of our faculty. At this time, there are even more people at the University of Evansville to welcome you, our class of 2020. Dr. Jill Griffin, Interim Vice President for Enrollment and Marketing, will now present the class of 2020 to the Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs and Provost as incoming students and members of the UE family. Dr. Griffin.
Thank you, President Petroskevich. I am honored to welcome you, the entering class of 2020, to the University of Evansville. The people you will encounter on this campus, your fellow students, UE faculty, and staff members, represent a new family that will make an incredible impact on your college career. These people will celebrate your successes with you, support you during the tough times, and encourage you to accomplish more than you ever imagined possible. During your time at UE, you will form meaningful connections that last a lifetime, all because you made the choice to enroll at the University of Evansville. This morning, I'd like to note the strength of academics among the entering class, as well as the diverse backgrounds. Your class contains valedictorians and student leaders, athletes and artists, and a richness of diversity of all types. While some of you traveled just a few minutes from home, others traveled many miles and many hours to Indiana from other states. Some of you even crossed oceans, either physically or virtually, to make the University of Evansville your new home. All of you watching right now represent 25 states and 11 different countries. You have the ability to transform the world for the better. I challenge you to use your gifts at UE and beyond. Embrace the opportunities that arise during your time here, and use them to make an impact on the world through your service and leadership. Dr. Austin, I am honored to present to you the University of Evansville's entering class of 2020.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, Dr. Griffin. It is my pleasure on behalf of the faculty of the University of Evansville to accept you to the university and to the lifestyle and traditions of academia. You are joining the UE family at an unprecedented time in history, the first global pandemic in more than 100 years. As you can tell by the way we're conducting this ceremony, this is a time that calls for innovation, strategic thinking, and creative problem solving. And not coincidentally, these are some of the most vital things that you will learn at the University of Evansville. The pandemic will end, but the future will always be uncertain. This is why, in addition to preparing you for a career now, UE will prepare you for the world that doesn't exist yet. And we will arm you with the skills that you need to succeed in a world, in any world. Attributes like creativity, innovation, design thinking, strategic analysis, courage, integrity, and passion. At UE, we call these things change making, and it is a hallmark of our education program. During your time here, you will participate in many UE traditions, one of which begins today. As the convocation ends, you will be greeted by faculty. This is a symbolic gesture that represents the faculty accepting you into the world of scholarship and critical thinking. The UE faculty have dedicated themselves to helping you learn, to teaching you and mentoring you, challenging and supporting you. They will lead you in exploring great ideas, timeless themes, significant questions, and multiple perspectives. This is your rite of passage. When you graduate from UE, you will walk between two rows of faculty. At this point, the walk will symbolize our faculty sending you forth into the world from our campus to be an educated and empowered change maker ready to leave your unique stamp on the world. I'd like to share with you another tradition at the University of Evansville. It is a tradition of integrity and honesty. Today, you join a community defined not only by academic excellence, but also by standards of conduct. Academic integrity has always been a hallmark of the University of Evansville, and the Academic Honor Code enables both students and faculty to pursue their scholarly endeavors in an environment of academic freedom. It is an environment that our students both expect and demand. The code is appropriate for all academic work which is to be submitted for credit. In honoring this commitment to academic integrity, please take this commitment to heart and keep it close in mind and spirit. I will neither give nor receive unauthorized aid, nor will I tolerate an environment that condones the use of unauthorized aid. Thank you and welcome to the University of Evansville.
Good morning. I'm Jennifer Whitaker, Director of Alumni and Parent Relations, and a proud graduate of the University of Evansville. It is truly an honor for me, on behalf of the entire Alumni Association, to welcome you to UE. Being here this morning, I find myself transported back to memories of my freshman year at UE and beginning my college journey. I remember feelings of excitement, new beginnings, and infinite possibilities, mixed with a bit of nervousness, uncertainty, and maybe even a little fear of the unknown. Today, as I stand here, I am envious of your position with the future opened up before you and unlimited possibility at your fingertips. The labels that you may have carried in high school have been left back in your hometowns. Now here at UE, you get the chance to begin again. Use this opportunity to grow intellectually, create new friendships, and become the best person that you can be. Take time to fully appreciate the opportunity before you at this very moment. You will learn from the best faculty who will provide you with hands-on learning opportunities and prepare you to succeed in your professional careers. You will have the chance to become leaders within student organizations. College is the time to improve your time management skills so you can excel not only in the classroom, but also as a leader within a student group. I cannot stress enough how important it is to take advantage of the approximately 120 student organizations available to you here at UE. There is truly a group for everyone, so find your niche, and you will find your best friends for life. Leadership within a student organization is just as important to list on your resume as your academic achievements, and trust me, hiring managers will want to see both. Finally, take advantage of the network of 33,000 alumni worldwide who are here to support you during your UE experience. UE Connect is a series of programs designed to grow the alumni network and make it accessible to you. I urge you to take advantage of opportunities created by UE Connect. Alumni give of their time by mentoring students, speaking to classes and student organizations, providing internships, and much more. Utilize this network of alumni because they can help you define and achieve the career or life goals that you want to set for yourself. In addition, alumni also give back through their treasure. Their personal philanthropy has helped fund your scholarship packages, provided named scholarships, and supported various construction projects on campus. The names that you see on buildings and classrooms represent gifts from alumni and friends who care about UE and your education. Your relationship with UE is a lifetime connection, which you are just beginning. A UE education and connections to UE alumni can unlock a world of opportunities for you. Embrace it. I wish for you a challenging, rewarding, and enjoyable academic career, and look forward to you becoming a member of the University of Evansville Alumni Association at commencement in 2024. Welcome.
Well, I did tell you that there were a number of people that wanted to welcome you to the University of Evansville. The good news is there's only 1,854 more people that are willing to come up on stage to welcome you, or perhaps we'll do that at a little later date. We do have, however, a number of traditions at the University of Evansville. One is convocation. Second was our Purple Tam ceremony. And the third is that we have a keynote speaker that is part of our convocation program. The keynote speaker is selected because that person has served as the exemplary teacher of the previous year that was awarded at our 2019 winter commencement. I am delighted that our convocation speaker this year is Dr. Sharon Gieselman. She is an associate professor in the School of Education, and prior to coming to the University of Evansville, Dr. Gieselman served as the elementary school principal and elementary school teacher, and staff developer. She has also provided professional development to schools in the South and Midwest as a literary coach and area manager for the McGraw-Hill Companies. She earned her bachelor's degree in political science from the University of Southern Indiana, a master's degree in education with an emphasis in elementary education from the University of Illinois at Chicago, and a PhD in educational leadership from the University of Louisville. Dr. Gieselman also has a teaching endorsement in gifted education and school administrative credentials from Western Kentucky University. She is the recipient of the Dean's Award for Excellence in Teaching and is listed on the School of Education's honor wall for exemplary contributions to the field of education. Her research interests include social justice issues in public schools, and her work has been shared at conferences in Moscow, Russia, Paris, France, and Brighton in the United Kingdom. Her most recent work is included in 2 books for aspiring administrators in university preparation programs, Quandaries of the Small District Superintendency and Snapshots of School Leadership in the 21st Century, and Perils and Promises of Leading for Social Justice, School Improvement, and Democratic Community. Dr. Gieselman, Welcome and congratulations.
Welcome, incoming class of 2020. What an honor to join with you as you celebrate this milestone in your lives. We are excited to welcome you to the U of E family. As you begin your college career, let us reflect upon some events that have occurred in your lifetime according to Insider.com and, of course, Google. You were only a year old when the first Call of Duty video came out. The TV series Friends had its finale when many of you were only 2 years old. You have always lived in a world filled with Wi-Fi and Google. I am so jealous. Later in your schooling, Beyonce released Lemonade, and Hamilton the musical became a huge hit. And then after a 108-year dry spell, the Chicago Cubs finally won the World Series. More recently, your class quickly learned how to move to virtual learning. You might have realized, as I did, that dress for Zoom, WebEx, or whatever platform you were using for class became much more casual. Yoga pants became a staple for me and many others. Makeup, non-essential item. No one could tell if you had it on anyway. You might have also had your virtual class meetings outside your home, as I did on several occasions. The Starbucks parking lot became a favorite on days when the internet was really slow. Hopefully, though, you experienced that learning in Zoom or other platforms could still be enjoyable, just like it was in the brick-and-mortar classrooms. My students and I participated in several fun activities that included a virtual scavenger hunt. We had tons of fun with that activity. We also created some really awesome sculptures made from Model Magic. That was a class favorite. Their made-on-the-fly sculptures about how they were relieving stress during COVID-19 included a couch for relaxation, video games to help you get lost in your own world, a runner to help you sweat off the stress, and then an interesting replica of an Olympic medal to focus on the future. Jansen, who's actually a swimmer here at U of E, shared that he was trying to stay focused on the positive and to think about how we're all going to come out as winners on the other side of COVID-19. We loved his positivity that morning. Your class has also watched important milestones such as high school graduations take a slightly different turn. Impressive, though, were the creative approaches used to honor your accomplishments. These included drive-through graduation ceremonies and socially distanced celebrations at drive-in movie theaters, on athletic fields, and even on racetracks. One community even presented students with flowers and a quarantine diploma made with toilet paper. Let me digress here. Surely those diplomas were made with 3-ply quilted northern toilet paper. Who thought 1-ply toilet paper was a good idea, by the way? I only had to buy that one time. Now back to the graduation ceremonies. I attended the high school graduation parade in my hometown one Saturday morning. It was truly amazing. I am certain more individuals attended this event than the traditional ceremony held in the high school gym. The parade was led by volunteer firemen and fire trucks from throughout the county. The streets were lined with hundreds of citizens. There were lots of signs with words of congratulations to the high school seniors. The seniors had golf carts, pickup trucks, Corvettes, all sorts of vehicles decorated in their school colors. The turnout and well wishes from so many in the community, it was truly fantastic. My heart will always have a fond memory of this parade and this ceremony. Now let's switch gears here. My purpose for the next few minutes is to share advice as you begin your semester at U of E. Here we go. Now pay attention. Recently, I watched a video on YouTube that a colleague shared on LinkedIn. It was a valedictorian address by Kyle Martin. The student said this in his speech: have no regrets in the 16th second. Let me say it again. Have no regrets in the 16th second. You might be wondering, what does that mean, the 16th second? Well, here's his story. The valedictorian learned the summer before his senior year that he was in the running for this title. He wanted it and was willing to make any sacrifices necessary to reach this goal. He worked hard, he stressed for it, gave up time with friends and family, and achieved this goal. At his senior awards ceremony a few weeks before graduation, he received a handsome gray stole with the words valedictorian embroidered on it. Kyle shared, "It felt good for about 15 seconds. Felt euphoric. His heart raced. The adrenaline was pumping. Then there was the 16 second. He sat back down in his seat, looked at his stole, and said, 'That's it?' He had to figure this out, and let me quote Kyle, 'Working hard is good, but it should not be done for the sole purpose of a goal's sake at the expense of relationships with others.' Looking back over the year, Kyle realized the stress of trying to win this award and to give a 5-minute speech at graduation was paid for with a lack of attention to relationships with his friends and family. He challenged his classmates with these words, "We are about to launch into life, and we haven't messed anything up yet. We should learn this now rather than when we're in our 50s. Here's the lesson. Have no regrets in the 16 second. Nothing is more important than your healthy relationships with family and friends." So here's the advice. As you begin your college career, think about how you plan to spend the next 4 years at U of E. Are you going to be so driven academically, athletically, artistically that you neglect time with friends and family? What will you do? Last week, I listened to a really interesting TED Talk by one of my favorite historians, Doris Kearns Goodwin. You've probably seen her in the media when an expert is needed to share information about a former president. In her TED Talk, Doris told the story about listening to the great psychologist Erik Erikson while she was a Harvard grad student. He taught her this. Now listen to this closely. The richest and fullest lives attempt to achieve an inner balance between 3 realms: work, love, and play. Let me quote her. To pursue one realm to the disregard of the others is to open oneself to ultimate sadness in older age, whereas to pursue all 3 with equal dedication is to make it possible a life filled not only with achievement, but with serenity. Let's make a connection here. I would suggest that Kyle Martin, the high school valedictorian I mentioned earlier, has this figured out. Balancing your life well will be a task throughout your lifetime. At this moment, start getting it right. You can do this. We know you can. Welcome again to the U of E family. Everyone is so glad you are joining us this fall. Let's go Aces.
Thank you, Dr. Gieselman. We will now play the sesquicentennial class anthem, which you will find on page 1 of the program.
Given life through founder's vision, nurtured by a city's cry, under skies that stretch through England, shaping hearts, transforming minds. From grief's ashes risen stronger, side by side our history claim. And with thee, dear alma mater, face the future, run unafraid.
To our class of 2020, I wish you a remarkable journey at the University of Evansville. We are so delighted that you have chosen the University of Evansville, and we share with you your excitement for beginning a journey that will last 4 years or 5 years at the University of Evansville and will continue for a lifetime. Congratulations to all of you and welcome to the University of Evansville. Our benediction this morning will be provided by the Reverend Andy Payton, our university chaplain.
Hello, my name is Andy Payton. I'm the chaplain here at the University of Evansville. Not only that, I'm a pastor here in the Evansville community, but most of all, my most important calling is that I'm a father of 3 daughters. I've seen their struggle with not going to school and then going back to school, and I understand the struggle you've been through as well. I want to applaud you for taking the next step on your journey. I want to celebrate your willingness to get an education in order to make your mark upon this world. And as you make this journey, as you begin this journey, I'm going to invite you to receive this blessing. It's called a benediction, which literally means to say good things. And so today I invite you to receive these good words. Serve your God with patience and passion. Be deliberate in enacting your faith. Remember always to celebrate the Spirit's power. And above all, may compassion be your way in this world. Amen.
Traditionally, the freshman convocation ceremony ends with our faculty welcoming you to the University of Evansville in what is known as the Gauntlet. As you exited the ceremony, or as you would have exited the ceremony, the faculty would line the hallways in academic regalia, greeting you and wishing you the best as you begin your journey at the University of Evansville. That's not possible this year, but this year our faculty did something even more special by creating a short video to welcome you to campus in this very socially distanced format. From all of us at the University of Evansville, welcome.
Congratulations. Congratulations again.
Hello. Welcome to UAE.
Happy to have you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the University of Evansville from the Department of Biology.
Welcome to UE from Chemistry.
And welcome from Physics.
And welcome from Environmental Studies.
Здравствуйте, ребята! Добро пожаловать в Эвансвиллский университет! Hallo, herzlich willkommen!
These are the departments of English and Creative Writing. Welcome.
Welcome.
The faculty of the School of Education welcomes you to our UE family.
Welcome from the Electrical Engineering and Computer Engineering and Computer Science faculty.
Welcome.
Welcome to UV.
Welcome.
Hello, welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome to UV.
Hello from the Department of Mechanical and Civil Engineering.
Welcome.
Yay.
The nursing faculty wants to say, welcome!
Welcome to UE from the Department of Philosophy and Religion.
We look forward to having you in one of our classes.
Welcome to the University of Evansville. I'm from the School of Health Sciences. Welcome to UE.
Hello.
Hello.
Bye.
Yay, congratulations. Welcome.
Welcome to the University of Evansville.
Welcome to UE.
Welcome to UE. Welcome to UE, class of 2024.